Hi, this is Joseph with Conscious Collective, and in this video, we're going to talk about mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is one of the most commonly taught forms of meditation practice. It is an excellent practice for beginners, and it's a great practice to adopt as a regular daily meditation practice. Now, if you're looking to start a meditation practice or you want some support in your practice, I recently released the Introduction to Meditation course, which is an online course that I designed to give you everything that you need to know to start and maintain a regular meditation practice. So you can find more information about the course in the link in the description below this video. So mindfulness is all about bringing our attention into the present moment and experiencing it without judgment. Whether we are aware of it or not, most of us are constantly projecting our judgments, our thoughts, our opinions, our beliefs, our concepts onto our direct experience. And rather than just experiencing life as it is, we experience life through this filter of our judgments, of our conditioning, of our concepts, our stories, and our thoughts. So, mindfulness is really an invitation to wake up out of this realm of our thinking and to bring our attention back into this moment, to really arrive back into this moment and to be in touch with life as it is, to really connect with the living reality of this present moment. And the practice of mindfulness meditation involves focusing our attention on a single object. So, whatever that object is, it can be anything. It can be a rock, it can be a mantra, it can be some phrase, it can be what's most commonly taught is the breath. So, let's say we're focusing on our breath. The breath is our object of focus. The practice of mindfulness meditation is really just practicing to stay attentive to this object in a very relaxed and present way. And we're just training to remain present with what we're focusing on. And inevitably, our mind is going to get distracted. Some thoughts are going to come in and take our attention away. Some sound or some other thing in our environment is going to distract us. And when we get distracted, all we have to do is notice the distraction, notice that we lost focus of the object of our attention, and we just gently and kindly bring our attention back to what we're focusing on. And when we do this, the more that we do this, the more that we practice this getting distracted, noticing the distraction, bringing our attention back, the more we're strengthening this habit of attention and weakening this habit of distraction. So the more we practice, the more we're able to really just remain present with our breath or with what we're focused on. And we get distracted less. And when we do get distracted, we're able to notice it quicker. We're able to let go of it. And it's much easier to just come back to the breath. And that happens with practice because at first, if you haven't practiced mindfulness meditation, you'll likely just begin to start to focus and immediately get distracted. You'll stay lost in thought for several seconds or minutes even until you realize that your mind started to wander. And even if it takes minutes before you recognize it, the important thing is that you recognize that you got distracted and that you just kindly bring your attention back. And I really emphasize the kind part of it because it is a training. We don't start out having really great quality of attention. We start out being really distracted, really restless, because that's how our minds are sort of conditioned to be. We haven't really done any training of our minds, for most of us anyways. And mindfulness meditation really is training our awareness. It's training our awareness to remain present to what we're experiencing in the present moment. So I'd like to invite you to participate in a quick mindfulness meditation with me, just to get a feel for what this meditation is, as well as how you can practice it and how you can take this into your own daily life. So start by finding a nice, comfortable position to sit in, ideally one that allows your spine to be straight, but your body to be nice and relaxed. So you can do this either sitting down with your legs crossed, or you can sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. You can do it laying down as well, but it's recommended to sit up because when we're seated up, we just have a greater quality of attentiveness. It makes it a lot easier to stay with the practice, especially for longer periods of time. So once you've found a nice posture with your spine straight, make sure that your chin is just slightly tucked so the back of your head is elongated. I like to imagine that I have like a string just pulling my head up. My head's sort of just hanging from this string. And all of this posturing is really just to help our body be relaxed. So if our spine or vertebrae are stacked one on top of another, we can really remain upright, but in a very effortless, relaxed way. But don't worry about the posture too much and getting it perfect. Just try to sit up straight in a nice, relaxed way and sort of find that balance between a dignified posture and a nice, relaxed, easy posture. So once you've found your posture, just gently close your eyes. And we'll start by just taking a few deep breaths. So taking a deep breath in through your nose. And a deep breath out, just letting go. Just allowing yourself to sigh and release any tension. Taking another deep breath in. Deep breath out, just letting go. Continue breathing like this on your own. So deep breaths in and just letting go of that breath on the exhale. So just allow yourself to arrive in this moment as you breathe. Allow yourself to let go of whatever you were doing before this, whatever you may be doing after this, and really just being here now, arriving in this present moment of life. You'll never experience another moment like this one. It's a unique experience, as every moment is, so allow yourself to be attentive to what's here right now. So being attentive to my voice, being attentive to your breath, being attentive to the sensations in your body, being attentive to the sounds that are happening around you, and sort of just allowing your mind to be this open space that has a sort of broad awareness of these different sounds, sensations, feelings, just allowing everything to be here, but just taking note of all that is here in this present moment experience, all that's coming and going, all that's arising and passing, this constant fluid movement of change. Just taking another deep breath in, letting go, and just arriving here. So we're going to direct our focus now onto our breath, and you can let go of the deep breaths and just return to a very natural, effortless breath. So just allowing your breath to breathe itself. And we're just now going to focus our attention on our breath, still with our eyes closed. Begin to focus on where you feel the breath the most. So you may feel it in different places, but where is the sensation the strongest? Is it strongest in your belly, in your chest, or in the sensation of air coming into your nose? Just taking note of where you feel the breath the most, and just focusing your attention there. So just silently, in a very calm and relaxed way, begin to watch the breath as it moves in and out of your body, focusing on that spot that has the most sensation. So just observing, breath comes in, breath going out. And just noticing, what does it feel like to breathe in this moment? What does it feel like to have that sensation of breath coming into and out of your body? You know, the breath is something that happens so often, so frequently, that we tend to take it for granted. But I'd like to invite you to look at your breath as if this was the first time that you were ever breathing, the first time that you ever really sat down and just looked at this breath. So letting go of any ideas about the breath, any stories that we may have about it, any expectations for it, and really just noticing it, watching it as it actually is in this moment, just the raw experience and sensation of breathing. So that's all we're doing, is we're simply sitting with our eyes closed and we're observing our breath as it comes into and out of our body. Just sitting, just watching. And really try to just stay with that experience of breathing for a few moments. And inevitably, our mind is going to wander, we're going to get distracted, we're going to lose our focus of the breath. And when this happens, just take note of it. Just notice that you got distracted, and then just gently, kindly let go of the distraction and bring your attention back to the breath. So we're really training ourselves to just stay here, to really remain with our breath. And we're also training ourselves to notice when we're distracted and to come back to our focus. So try this for a few more moments, just sitting, breathing, and observing your breath. And if you happen to get distracted or your mind wanders, try to notice it as soon as you can and just kindly bring your attention back to the breath. And just taking note of wherever your mind is. And if it's wandered, if it's distracted, just bringing it back. Now let's take another deep breath in. So breathing in deeply. Breathing out, just letting go. So you can come back to your breath, you can come back to this video, you can open your eyes if they're not already open. So that was a very, very brief introduction to the practice of mindfulness meditation, but you can work with those instructions on your own after this video. And I recommend starting out with really short but frequent sessions. So rather than trying to force yourself to sit for 20, 30, 40 minutes, aim to start with just 5 minutes and try to do that a few times throughout the day. So whenever you have 5 minutes to spare, just sit down, practice observing your breath, and practice when your mind wanders and you get distracted, practice coming back to your breath. And the more frequently we practice these short sessions, the easier it builds this habit of meditation, and the more confident we get in our practice, and the more likely we are to continue doing it and to stick with it. So we try to force ourselves to sit for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or an hour. It's going to be challenging if we're new to meditation, and we'll likely get discouraged and give up on the practice. We might see it as this big chore or obligation, but really it's an invitation to stop, to slow down, and to just tune in to your body, tune into your breath, tune into the present moment. And as simple as this is, it's a really powerful practice. And what I think one of the most powerful things that this practice offers is it is changing the way that we relate to our experience. So we all have some way that we individually relate to life. Some of us tend to relate to life with a bit more anxiety or fear, some more calmness and ease. And mindfulness is inviting us to take note of how we are relating to our experience, and it's inviting us to change our relationship to our experience, to really relax and just experience life in a much more calm, natural, and peaceful way. So there's a lot of power in the practice of mindfulness, and I hope that you explore this practice more on your own and really see the benefits that come from it. And so many of these benefits can come from even just a few minutes of sitting. Hopefully you feel more calm now through just a few minutes that we sat together, but so many more benefits come from practicing it on a regular, consistent, daily basis. So I hope that this video is helpful. I hope that you can use these instructions and bring them into your own meditation practice. And again, if you want to learn more about meditation, you can check the link in the description below this video and check out the course. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hope that you found it helpful, and hope that you have a great rest of your day. Much love.